President Trump puts Venezuela on notice as the Pentagon launches Operation Southern Spear to target narco-terrorist networks across Latin America. Let's break it down at the wall. 25% of all deployed U.S. warships are now in the Caribbean, with the arrival of the USS Gerald Ford, the newest and largest warship in the U.S. Navy's inventory, joined by dozens of other warships, included guided missile destroyers Lake Erie, USS Iwo Jima, taking place off the coast of Venezuela. We have B-52 bombers in Louisiana, F-35 fighter jets in Puerto Rico. Over here, that's an old naval base. It's been shuttered for many years, now back. And of course, all this to combat the narco-terrorists that have been smuggling drugs across the Caribbean. And there's been 20 strikes against the suspected drug smuggling vessels, killing dozens. And right here, you also see the oilers have arrived here as well. Of course, when the USS Gerald Ford arrives, the newest aircraft carrier, better have you oil or refueler. There's 2 nuclear power plants on board the carrier. You have the Marines, F-35s in Puerto Rico. A quarter of all U.S. Navy warships deployed in the world right now are here off the coast of Venezuela in the Caribbean, ready for any potential orders from the commander-in-chief to strike. With that, let's bring in our guest, Rebecca Heinrich, a Hudson Institute senior fellow and foreign policy expert, no stranger to the program. Good morning.
Good morning, Lucas.
Good to see you. Do you think regime change is possible in Venezuela? A question we've heard asked to President Trump.
I think that President Trump and Secretary of State Marco Rubio have been pretty clear that this is really to pressure the regime to stop sending drugs. It's a Maduro regime, a narco-terrorist organization, allows its territory to be used for the shipment of drugs, trafficking. And so that is the primary reason that has been given. But that's a lot of firepower in the region. So I think really it's an enormous effort to pressure Maduro to stop this narco-terrorism. But also, I think it is to perhaps incentivize some of the military around Maduro, potentially to pressure Maduro to leave, to encourage Maduro to leave on his own. I'm skeptical that he will, and I'm skeptical that the United States will do what's necessary for a regime change, maybe something more peaceful in the region.
The guided missile destroyers and cruisers are armed with dozens of Tomahawk cruise missiles. If Trump were to order a strike, what would the targets look like, and should force be necessary, would you be recommending?